I couldn't agree more with the need to exchange statistics here, the real stats on what's happening. And we only have a short history, but already it's a powerful statement. And when you look at healthy pregnancies, that front end of life investment, which this embraces, what a soundness to the rationale for progressive policy. And when you think of the dignity factor for those senior years so that people aren't chopping a pill in half so as to meet their family budget and take care of half of their medical needs. This is an exercise of foolishness to repeal at a time when we've just started the engine of recovery and transformation and transition and reform. We also know that, and I hear it from my constituents all the time, repeal, what's the replacement? No hint of a replacement, because you took it halfway and said, well, we're just going to repeal this, and that's the political posturing that's so painful, because you have now delivered to a system, to society, a new opportunity to better steward our resources, to better provide for the dignity in the equation so that people can have that comfort zone, knowing that if they get impacted by some sort of catastrophic illness, and we've seen it in our communities, in our neighborhoods, in our families, where people's lives are turned around in an instant, to those who you suggested might not buy the insurance, who then bears the burden if there's a catastrophic outcome? People are saying, oh, you're asking them to pay a tax. They don't want insurance. They don't have insurance. They get a catastrophic illness. They fall into some sort of huge accident. Who's going to pay? And you're right, Representative. There are those bad debt and charity situations where premiums cover it, taxpayers cover it. So this has been thought out in a very meaningful way. And you know, we talk about a global competitiveness. We talk about our industries going to the marketplace, international marketplace, and win contracts and produce in America and grow jobs. Well, part of the price that they have to calculate is the cost of health care. And if we're providing a benefit to our business community, if we're having a more smart approach taken to the health care dollars being utilized in best fashion, there's a corresponding benefit that befalls the economic recovery opportunities, because our businesses will be able to have the benefit of the soundness of that universal health care system to better compete, more effectively compete in the international marketplace, to secure those contracts that then translates into jobs. You know, there's an interconnectedness here that goes well beyond health care policy. It falls into the realm of economic recovery and business creation and all sorts of quality of life issues that better market our neighborhoods, our states, our nation for jobs. We know what's happening in other nations. They have taken the bull by the horns and they've put together a good, sound system. And we were comfortable to have status quo be our rule, our guiding light. And no, it was the boldness of those leaders who came forward and said, there is a better way to use those dollars out there. There are better ways to reach people. There is a need for preventative and wellness programs, for screenings and for those annual checkups, making certain that pharmaceutical needs are something that are within the grasp of our senior community and our middle-income community and our middle-aged community. And you know, to cite scenarios like that of your staffer and his child, to provide that hope in the middle of despair, where people have abandoned the hope for a better tomorrow for their children because of lack of affordability, to cover those health care situations. That's what this is about. This is the old American spirit coming forward. It's about speaking as community, not as individuals disconnected one from one another. It's about thinking as a society of a greatness of America, at her best, compassionate, resolved to make a difference, determined to use our resources in a way that is most effective, most efficient, most smart. It's America at a great shining moment. And to denounce all of that progress and to move for repeal speaks volumes about greed and about injustice and the desire to turn progress around. Representative Garamendi, we close, I believe, in the next minute or two. Closing thoughts from you. I thank you for joining us this evening.
Well, I thank you, and I suspect we're going to hear once again this is a government takeover. Not true. Not true at all. This is built upon the private delivery system that we presently have. Talk about the government designing or taking over the policy. It's just not true. I know this. I was the insurance commissioner. And I know that it is actually the insurance companies heretofore, before this bill, that actually did that. I think we're going to be totally out of time. Mr. Tonko, thank you so very, very much for your leadership on this and your passion for it. And we are out of time. This issue is not going to go away. This issue will be around, and I would hope that as it's discussed in the months ahead, that we actually get down past the rhetoric and talk about the real facts of what is in the Affordable Health Care Act. It's an extraordinary improvement for America's health care. Thank you very much, Mr. Tonko.
Thank you. And Mr. Speaker, we yield back.